Hi, I'm Belle. Welcome back to my channel. So, long time no see. I do apologise. I just disappeared again. I think the last time I recorded a video was 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. Today's date is the 20th of May 2020. We're in the midst of the COVID-19 corona pandemic. And we are in lockdown at the moment, and I have got various things to update you on. I don't want this video to be like super long, but I thought it was a good idea to kind of update you on my life a little bit and my weight loss journey a little bit. And yeah, I've recorded a what I ate in a day video today, and I didn't want to just put that up without any kind of explanation about where I've been. So let me start by saying thank you so much for all the lovely messages and everything that I have had over the last few months, all the encouraging support on Instagram. It's just lovely to know that I am part of a lovely sort of Instagram and YouTube community of lovely viewers and lovely people who are recording videos as well. And I genuinely really appreciate the support, so thank you. And if you have if you were following me before and you are still following me, thank you for sticking around even though I disappeared off the face of the earth. So if you are completely new, my name is Belle. I am 43 years old. I'm the eternal yo-yo dieter. I have struggled with my weight for probably, so yeah, I'm 43. I probably struggled with my weight for about 30 years. I'm a terrible emotional eater. I particularly struggle with eating when I'm under stress or sad or having a difficult time. And I also eat quite a lot in winter. So I have lost weight over the years with, well, a whole combination of things. I first joined Weight Watchers when I was 17. I then joined Slimming World when I was about 24, 25, when it was still red and green days, and lost probably about 3 stone then. And then I moved overseas, and when I came back to the UK, I lost again about another 3 stone on Weight Watchers. And then over time, giving up smoking and just getting older, I put on weight again. Yeah, about, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago or something, I started Slimming World again, and kind of have been an on and off member of Slimming World, intermittently with kind of Weight Watchers, mostly Slimming World though, for, I don't know, the last couple of years. And I am very much so like this. I'd like to tell you that I've had a really successful, speedy journey that I just join. I lose 3 stone in 2 months and then I look fabulous and I keep it off and I'm amazing. Not the case at all. I am motivated, or I was previously motivated by knowing I had a holiday coming up and would have to get a bikini on by the pool and didn't want to look like a lump of lard next to my friends. So I was pretty good at managing to lose a few pounds before a holiday. But over the last couple of years, I guess where we've all got a little bit older and we're like maybe meeting for food instead of going out and getting glammed up and going dancing and stuff, we don't do that anymore really. So if I do go out, I'm talking about like pre-lockdown, obviously, pre-corona, if I do go out, it's normally for food. And I did do an office job. So for 21 years I worked in the same industry doing a kind of sales related job, and it was tough. Like, I worked long hours, it was quite pressured, and when times were difficult at work, I definitely was one of those people who would have like biscuits or chocolate or sweets or whatever on my desk. And I don't mean like a tube of Smarties. I mean like, you know, a massive carry bag full of food that I would just shove into my face when I was having a difficult day. And so having lost a good few stone with Slimming World a couple of years ago, and you guys who have been around for a while obviously saw me on that journey and trying to keep that weight off last year. At the end of 2019, I started having quite a difficult period of my life, and like nothing, you know, really awful, but a difficult, stressful time in my life. And for the 6 months between October and the end of February, so October, November, December, January, February, 5 months, I put on about a stone and a half, somewhere between a stone and a half. Obviously Christmas was in the middle of that, my birthday was in the middle of that, but most of it, to be honest, was just being sat at work and just stuffing my face full of the wrong foods. And yeah, I just, there's literally no excuse for it, but I just piled on a load of weight. And over that time, I did rejoin Slimming World a few times. I joined Weight Watchers as well online. I kept wanting to lose weight, but my head just wasn't in the right frame of mind. And I just got to the point where I thought, you know what, I just need to have a little bit of a break. So a couple of weeks before we were locked down, which I think was at the beginning of March, wasn't it, I think? So at the end of March, I officially stopped working, and kind of for March and just before we had kind of locked down, in February, I think I'd gone back to Slimming World and I was really determined and everything, but yeah, my head wasn't in the right place at all. But I carried on trying, and when we were locked down, I started, I did one of the like trial Zoom meetings, and yeah, it was good, fine, nice and everything. But I live on my own. I don't have an income at the moment at all, which is quite scary. First time in, well, I've worked since I was 14, so and I've worked full time for 21 years, so it's the first time I haven't had an income. So I had to look at finances and you know, what was kind of necessary and what wasn't. And I realised that, you know, every little bit does count. So that, coupled with the fact that obviously groups weren't, you know, meeting in person, because obviously we can't do that at the moment, and the fact that I am at home obviously all the time at the moment, I decided to do a bit of a change, and I thought that having a bit of control to my life was probably quite a good idea. So I decided, rather than staying with Slimming World or Weight Watchers or anything like that, I used my Fitness Pal, which is a free app, and I just used it on my phone. It's got a barcode scanner. I went onto a website, can't remember what, at the beginning. So I started this the Tuesday after Easter, so Easter Tuesday, which I think was like the middle of April, so around the 14th of April. And I decided to weigh, do photos of myself in a bikini, do all my measurements and everything. And so so I started this on the 14th of April of this year. And I knew, obviously, when I got on the scales, then having had this kind of 5 months of basically stuff in my face, the wrong stuff, that, you know, the results on the scales weren't going to be brilliant. So I think last year, I think the lowest that I'd got down to was just at like the end of 2018, and I was something like 11, 13 or something like that. My original weight had been 14 stone 6, I think, or something like that. So I got down to 11 stone 13, so I lost like 2.5, I think, stone. And then over the course, as I say, of the end of last year, I put on like quite a bit. And when I weighed at the beginning of what I consider this to be my new journey, in the middle of April of this year, I got on the scales, and so like last year I was in the 12s, so about 12 and a half, something like that. When I got on the scales in the middle of April, my weight at home was 13 stone 11 and 5/8. So I had basically stacked on like a stone, just like a stone or a stone and a half or something over that 5-month period. So nothing to be proud of at all, but I was eating a ridiculous amount. So what can, like, that is what it is, isn't it? And you know, I wasn't really sleeping, I wasn't getting any exercise, I was sat down a lot, and it is what it is. I can't change it. So I in the middle of April decided to do my Fitness Pal, so calorie counting. I also decided to do intermittent fasting, so I'm not super strict at all, but I try, if I can, to eat within an 8-hour window and then fast for 16 hours. So the way that I tend to do it, because I love breakfast and I work out in the morning, so I'm not, because I live on my own, I think my evening meal kind of isn't as important as it would be if I was sort of eating with a family, or if I was eating with a boyfriend or whatever. So because of that, it's easier for me to kind of stack my food so that I like have a kind of biggish brunch, then have like a meal kind of mid-afternoon, and then maybe a few snacks, but I finish eating sort of early evening or late afternoon, and then I start again after I've worked out the next day. So it tends to be 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. But if I wake up, I've done a big workout. So at the moment I'm working out on YouTube, which I will come back to in a sec. But because I work out first thing, if I'm like super hungry and I'm feeling like I must eat, then I would just eat. Like I'm not somebody who like watches a clock until it's like time for me to eat. I just kind of eat vaguely when it is the right time, vaguely when it is like the 16 hours are up. So yeah, so I started on the 14th of April, and I was 13 stone 11 and 5/8, and over the course of the last 5 weigh-ins I have lost 7 pounds, so half a stone. So I'm super happy with that. I know it's not so at the moment when I weigh in on a Tuesday, because I started on Tuesday after Easter. So my current weight on Tuesday, today is Wednesday, so yesterday was 13 stone 4.5, I think. So I've lost half a stone, which I'm happy with. I know people like shift massive numbers when they first start, but I am eating like chocolate and crisps and ice creams and all that kind of stuff. I know my journey's not going to be like mega quick at all, but my motivation for wanting to lose weight this time is a couple of things. One, if we have lockdown lifted in the middle of the summer, I don't want to be leaving my house and feel like a massive like marshmallow. I want to you know, go out and about, hopefully when we can, and feel ready to be out and about, as opposed to feeling like, you know, big lump of lard. So that's the first reason. The second reason is, with obviously the current pandemic, I want to be as fit and healthy as I can be. You know, I just don't want to be overweight from a health point of view. I want to give myself the best chance, and yeah, I want to experience a long, happy life. And yeah, I just don't want to be doing anything like, you know, the same reason I gave up smoking many moons ago. You know, I want to have a happy, healthy life. So you know, that's the other reason why I want to shift some weight. And it does help me eat kind of more mindfully, I think. Like I have said before, like I'm a massive sweet tooth. You know, when I'm having like bad comfort food kind of periods, I can easily eat a packet of biscuits in one go or whatever. And this time I am just trying to be like a bit more conscious about what I'm eating. I'm not following Slimming World, but I am following some of the principles of Slimming World, like trying to have enough fruit and veg, trying to like choose a leaner meat, all of that kind of stuff. And just, yeah, I just want to be putting like goodness and vitamins and stuff into my body and be as kind of fit and healthy as I can. Also, when this pandemic is over, well, hopefully soon, I'm going to need another job, and I definitely need another job. God, my hair is massive. Sorry, I obviously haven't like put any makeup on or done my hair or anything. I just thought I'd been putting off doing a video for ages, and I was like, if I wait till a day when I've got full makeup on and I've done my hair and I'm looking all like sparkly, that will never happen, because at the moment I'm just not even putting on makeup on. So I thought, just like, I'll just do this video. I don't look great, but this is what I look like at the moment, so you just hopefully it's okay. But yeah, I need another job, so I'm gonna have to interview. I'm gonna have to be you know, people facing again, and I don't want to do it feeling like uncomfortable in how I look. I want to feel like, you know, strong and fierce and ready for action, you know. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm up to. What else is new with me? I'm finding lockdown okay. I'm really missing my family, obviously, and my friends, but you know, and it is hard living on your own in this kind of situation. But I'm lucky, you know, I have a home, you know, I have a little garden, so I know that I'm lucky in that regard. The weather's lovely, so you know, that's fine. And to be honest, I've got so many like chores and stuff that I can do here that, you know, I would never run out of things to do ever. Like, there's always cleaning or like bits of sorting out to do, or decluttering, or learning something, or reading something, or watching something. Like, I am like content, but I worry for all those who are sadly really affected by what's happening, and I have such admiration for those who have worked through this, our frontline workers, our carers, NHS staff, lorry drivers, supermarket staff, all that. I have so much admiration for you for just keeping the country going over this time. I know lots of people are working so hard, and there's a lot of kindness, I think, around at the moment, and I think that's something that is really needed. There have been a lot of positives that have come out of this period of time for me. My little street, we do obviously clap for carers at 8 o'clock on a Thursday, but one of the ladies in the road had sort of started a like Saturday morning like dance out in the street. So she plays like 5 songs, and all the kids, and like, we don't leave our little front space. I'm normally up in my bedroom window, like doing it out the window with the windows open, but we're all in our little space, but we're all like dancing together and singing together, socially distanced obviously, but it means that everybody is kind of coming together as a little kind of community, which previously, having spent so many years working long hours, you know, literally barely seeing daylight, like, because I would go to work and it was dark, and I'd come home and it was dark, just giving my neighbours a nod, really never having time to kind of even like wave and say, you're right. Actually, this period of time, apart from the lack of job, which is a bit of a worry, and, you know, my concern about anyone I know getting unwell, you know, I know that I'm lucky at the moment that, you know, everybody around me is safe and well, and you know, so that's fine. I just I do worry about people who are at home on their own, and I know a lot of people are struggling with loneliness and with worry about everything that's happening at the moment, and I think that is completely understandable. I have really been enjoying various people's YouTube videos over the last week or so since I started watching them again. I've been watching Trudy Beanie, I have been watching the Budget Slimmers, who else have I been watching? The two Simberries, who seem absolutely lovely. I only discovered their channel this week, but their food looks great and they seem like really nice guys. So yeah, there's a lovely little community both on YouTube and on Instagram, and I hope that, yeah, I don't know, that it just provides some kind of support to people who may be feeling a little bit isolated at the moment. I know for me, whilst I'm feeling at the moment quite upbeat and, you know, I don't want to say cheerful because I'm not cheerful at all. I'm worried, but I'm okay. At the beginning of lockdown, when everything was fresh and new, I definitely spent a lot of time on my sofa, eating biscuits, watching Netflix, in my pajamas, not getting dressed, being very, very worried and sad and depressed about everything that was happening. And I've done a few things to kind of really try and pick myself up and see things in a slightly more positive light. And these aren't things that necessarily would help everyone, but for me, certainly FaceTiming or WhatsApping, video WhatsApp calls with friends and family have really helped. We do a family one on at the end of the week, every week, which is really nice. And we do a little quiz and we take it in turns to do the questions. It's just really cute. It's lovely to see everybody's family. Everybody's family? No, it's really nice to see everybody's faces and just have a little catch up. How you doing? How you feeling? Are you okay? Can I help with anything? All that kind of stuff. So that's really nice. I have really, really enjoyed starting exercising again. So I have YouTube on my TV. And so I used to go to a gym when I was working, but the gym's obviously shut at the moment anyway, and I couldn't afford it at the moment anyway. But there's so much free sort of exercise material on YouTube. So I've got friends all over the place, literally all over the world, and I set my alarm for 7:30 every morning, and at 8 o'clock every morning I do a workout video with a friend or a couple of friends on WhatsApp, and then we will all be doing the same workout at the same time. So it's almost like we're in a little class together, but we're actually in completely different places in the world. So like I've got one of my friends in Australia, and I do it 8 o'clock in the morning my time, and I think it's like 6 p.m. or something for her, and we'll like choose which class we're going to do, and it's just a nice fun way so we can have like a bit of exercise and then we have a little chat and coffee and stuff virtually. So that's been perking me up. Definitely like getting up and having a day plan as well. So on the days where I get up, work out, have a shower, get dressed like relatively early, I definitely feel sort of better about the day. And for me, having like a to-do list of things I want to do that day or that week, even if it's just like a couple of things on the like in the day that I'd like to achieve. It might even be like reading a book or writing a letter or writing an email or something like that, but just something so I feel like I've kind of achieved that day, because I think at the moment it's very difficult, very easy for all days to kind of roll into one. And I know the first few weeks when I was, sat in my pajamas eating biscuits and being sad, I didn't feel that good about myself. And I think now I still do it, you know, probably once a week. I have a bit of a lower day, but the majority of my days definitely are much better. And I do think getting up, exercising, trying to eat better, keeping in contact with people, all that kind of stuff is really, really helping me. Getting some fresh air as well. Like I am a little bit nervy about going out for a walk. I have been out a couple of times, but not often because it's quite busy where I live. So I tend to work out inside, and then if I want some fresh air, I'll go out in the garden, just because I do really suffer with anxiety, and I'm quite a nervy sort of person. So because I have suffered with various things like OCD and anxiety quite badly, I just, for me, just going out for a walk it involves like quite a lot of worry. So I have been out a couple of times. I found it quite stressful. So now I just work out at home and go out in the garden for my fresh air. And, you know, at the moment that's fine. So yeah. Oh, what have I been doing exercise wise? So it depends what mood I'm in. And to be honest, that's what's so great about YouTube, is that you can literally be like, I really fancy doing a walking video today, and you put on Leslie Sansom, or you put on, I really fancy walking to country music today, and you can put that on. Or you can say, I really fancy doing like Latin dancing or Zumba today, and you put that on. Or you put on body combat, or I'm loving bar classes, BARRE classes, which are, it's inspired, I think, by ballet moves, but it's really tough. Like, there's just some things that I do that I don't feel have really done anything, and then the next day, oh my goodness, I can really feel it. So I'm really enjoying those. But yeah, I just love that on YouTube it's all free, and you can literally get up in the morning and do whatever kind of takes your fancy. So yeah, that's all good. So anyway, what I'll try and do moving forward is obviously let you know how I'm getting on in my weight loss journey. So as I say, yesterday I was 13 stone 4.5. Obviously none of us know how long this period of time is going to last, but I want to get back to 12.5 as quickly as I can. So that'll be another 7, 4.5. It will be, what's that, 11.5 pounds I need to get off really quickly. Not quickly, that's not what I mean. I don't want to do this quickly, but I would like to have that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to have my weight loss going in the right direction. So I'm happy with little losses, but I just want it to be sustainable. At the moment, because I'm doing calorie counting and I'm eating whatever I want within my calories whilst trying to make sure I'm getting enough vitamins and stuff, I don't feel a desire to kind of go off the rails, because I feel like I can, if I want crisps, I eat crisps. I just keep them within my calories, you know. So that's cool. So yeah, I'll try and update you once a week with how I'm doing in my weight loss, hopefully, and then I will try and do a few what I eat in a day videos as well. Even though I'm not strictly following Slimming World, obviously quite a lot of what I eat will be Slimming World friendly, and a lot of the food that I have in my cupboards just is, because I did it for so long. And yeah, what else? I think that's about it, really. I'm sorry I've rambled on. I meant this to be like a 5-10 minute video, and it's 27 minutes at the moment, so sorry about that. But how are you all? I feel like it's such a long time since we have had any communication. I mean, it is, and I am sorry. I just, during that sort of 5 or 6 months where life was very tough, I just didn't feel in the right frame of mind. I tried to record so many times, and there's so many videos where I've literally recorded like my breakfast or, you know, a little intro, and then just the day got hard and I just didn't finish the video, and I didn't want to come on and be like a bit of a misery. So yeah, I did try and record, I promise, but it just, yeah, I just didn't finish them and I didn't upload them. So sorry I've been gone so long. I hope you understand. But yeah, how are you all? I know I've been keeping in contact with some of you on Instagram, which is lovely. But yeah, let me know how you're getting on. I know a lot of people are finding weight loss at the moment really tough, and I think you know, we all have to be kind of kind to ourselves. You know, it is hard. We've all got a lot of worries, and we're missing our friends and family. We're worried, a lot of us worried about money and health of people and ourselves. And, you know, it's very unprecedented, uncharted territory at the moment, and we just have to do the best that we can with it. But for me, I know certainly getting back on the weight loss bandwagon has made me feel a little bit more in control of my life. And sometimes when there's a lot of like just crazy stuff going on, to be able to just have something to focus on has been quite helpful for me. But we're all different, and I think, you know, if we just need to do what's right for us, and you know, I may well go back to Slimming World at some stage in the future, but at the moment, like, calorie counting and my fitness pal is what I'm enjoying, and it seems to be working. So so yeah, that's where I am. But let me know how you're getting on. Who's doing the Zoom video thingy classes? How are they going? Is anyone doing Slimming World from home? Is anyone calorie counting like me? Is anyone doing WW, which was Weight Watchers? Or have you just put your journeys on hold for the moment? Let me know how you're getting on. I'd love to catch up with you all. I do miss your little comments and messages and bits and pieces that we used to exchange. So yeah, I hope you're all well. really, really important that you all look after yourselves and stay safe. But yeah, it's so nice to be back. So yeah, I hope you'll have a really, really lovely, lovely week. Take care, and thank you so much for watching.